So the first assignments are in, and I only had two that I couldn't open, which is really great for the first week. So here are the ones that I thought worked pretty well. A couple of these to pay attention to. I tried to make some comments about what kind of thematic maps, because everybody seemed to nail be able to identify reference maps. So couple things here. Several people put a dot map on. So this one is a dot map showing cities. So really this would be more of a reference map in a way. I mean, the theme is perhaps here are some cities, but I don't know too much about this. I can see there's some clustering, but I could get that on a reference map as well. What would make this a thematic map is to show the distribution of some attribute, not just saying where things are, but how they are. So when I think I did that too fast. Let me just go back here. If I hover here, I can open up the style changes, which means changing the symbols. And instead of showing only the location, I'm going to show the population of these cities. And I'm going to do it as a graduated symbol. And if I want, I'm going to go ahead and see if I can move this over and change my options here for the symbol colors. There I can show graduated circles. So now I've shown a thematic map because I'm showing the distribution of population. So my theme is city population. So that would make that a thematic map. Now some of the dots, the point maps that you pull in, you don't have the ability to change those values. Here's another common type of thematic map. So I'm going to go ahead and turn that off. And I do not remember where this was. When we get into ArcGIS, what's really nice is that there is a zoom to layer. Oh, where are we in this one? So this is not going to show up until I get really close zoomed in. So what I'm going to do is go to item details here and see if it will tell me. You would hope somebody would tell you where this was. In their title, it's just land use. Fremont, aha. Okay, I'm going to hope, so I'm going to go back to mine. I'm going to type in Fremont. I'm going to hope it's California, but I don't know that for sure. Oh, it is. There it is. Okay, so here is a thematic map that is showing categories of data. So when I look at the legend here, it shows medium density residential, low density residential. I don't know what some of these other values are, but if I were to download this map and it were set to location only, this is what that would look like when I download the map. So one thing you can do is open up the attribute tables and see if there are any values that you might map. It would be really nice if this one had the number of residents, but I don't see any. I have the amount of acreage in each of those. But that wouldn't be too interesting. So instead, whoops, where am I? I'm looking at the wrong one, the land use. I want to set that to the categories of land use here. And that gives me a categorical map that is thematic. And one of the things I can then see the distribution of is there any high density? I don't see that. Boy, it'd be fun to know what all of these values stand for. Open space class. Oh, look at all that open space. That's pretty cool. So now I can see the distribution of open space. I can see the distribution of this residential, low residential um, housing. Um, so that's the one thing I saw people do that was a little different. I wanted to talk about Howard's map a little bit. He for his resource map, let me go. He went in to Excel and created an Excel spreadsheet where he had he had each of these fields named the name of a restaurant, the address, the city, and the type of restaurant. And then he was able to upload that. We're going to do that in week 3, upload an address or a latitude and longitude coordinate. And then he was able to symbolize this map based on the type of restaurant. So this is kind of a reference map, but it also has themes associated with it. And I'm not sure where his legend went missing after he made that. So that was one nice example. Another one that I'd like you to take a look at was Austin's map, and he did a really nice job talking about some of the differences between a thematic and a reference map. That's going to be an exam question, so what I want you to be able to do is to use the terms and the content that were in the reading and in the lecture to describe these two topics of thematic and reference maps. But just a great list of maps. People found some really nice ones. Where this one I thought was a great example of a thematic map image. I love that graduated symbol here of the roller coasters and number of roller coasters per state. So if you are a roller coaster junkie, instead of the state population, it's the number of roller coasters. So 72 in California. It'd be nice to know the percent of roller coasters per population. That would make it even more thematic in a way. So take a look at these maps. If yours wasn't here, there might have been a piece missing, so I just wanted to put ones that were completely complete. Anyway, thank you very much for that first lab.